Good afternoon, baseball fans. Welcome into Bob Stein Stadium, Dahlonega, Georgia, on the campus of the University of North Georgia for today's Peach Belt Conference Series finale between the Francis Marion Patriots and the University of North Georgia Nighthawks. Walker McCrary, Chad Haney here to call game number 3 of the series. And Chad, 2 wins for North Georgia yesterday in dominating fashion, 19-3.
Walker, you've done pretty good 2 days that I was out, and I hope I'm not a jinx coming back today.
I highly doubt that you will, especially if the bats stay as hot as yesterday. Highlights from yesterday: Trevor Sams with 2 home runs, 1 in the 4th, 1 winning fans-free barbecue in the 5th. Also, Devin Gearhart 4 for 7 on the day. Taylor Jones 3 for 6. We'll see many of the same bats in the lineup today for North Georgia. You see Chris Cobb on the mound warming up for the Nighthawks. We'll get to his stats momentarily, but first let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Patriots, brought to you by J.R. Kreiders on the historic Dahlonega Square. They don't change much from games 1 and 2. Zach Parquette will bat 9th and be the designated hitter. Out in center field will be Schuler Ward, but Brooks Kennedy, Antonio Pino, J.D. Crow, Randy Lowe, Casey Klaus, and Zach Callahan still going to be batters 1 through 6 for the Patriots. And the way that the Patriots have scored this week, they've gotten leadoff walks, and like we say all the time, Chad, leadoff walks normally come back to bite you and come around to score.
Yeah, absolutely. Never how you want to start off the inning, and it always seems that they do come back to get you.
Chris Cobb on the mound. Looking at the sign from Sam Tideback. He'll wind, and we are underway here in Dahlonega with a strike on the outside corner. First pitch 101, weather sunny, 70 degrees here in Dahlonega on an absolutely gorgeous day for baseball.
It is a picture-perfect day for baseball here at the old Sombrero, Walker, and a beautiful weekend here in Dahlonega.
Shot out to left field. Ryan Tamita back to the warning track. He'll bounce off the wall as he slows himself down, making the catch for out number 1. Setting the defense for the Nighthawks, it's Tamita out in left. Out in center, as always, Stephen Tomlinson getting the start in right field today. Connor Corbett, the freshman from Juliet. The infield, the same as this weekend has been: Gearhart, Delgado, Hoover, and Sams. Tideback behind the plate, catching for Chris Cobb. First pitch misses high. 1-0. Cobb, redshirt junior from Hamilton, Georgia. 4-1 on the year, 3.27 ERA. This is 4th start of the year. He's given up just 17 runs, 42 strikeouts to 15 walks. He misses low there, 2-0. Nighthawks won game 1 of the series 4-2 on Friday. Started off game 2 yesterday, down 3-0 before scoring the game's final 19 runs.
Pretty good to score 19 unanswered.
2 in the 4th, 6 in the 5th, 2 in the 7th, 5 in the 8th. I'm missing an inning there. 4 in the 8th, 5 in the 7th, 2 in the 6th. There we go. I missed the 6th inning there. 2 2-spots, a 6-spot, a 5-spot, and a 4-spot.
Not sure many people were keeping up with the math anyway. Probably could have gotten away with it.
Well, we didn't go in the 9th, so I couldn't have said anything. So the 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. Tideback drops it, but Antonio Pino not going to give an effort toward first there. 2 down in the inning.
Right field number 17, J.D. Crow.
That'll bring J.D. Crow to the plate, leading the Patriots in home runs with 8 on the year. For a team that does not hit many home runs, they get a lot of singles, a few doubles mixed in, and work in some very good plate discipline in drawing walks to score runs. The right fielder stands in. The 1-0 pitch on its way. Right down the middle, 1-1. Casey Smith behind the plate today, as he was on Friday. On the bases, Van Lusader. Cobb winds and delivers. Low and outside, 2-1. Infield shifted, playing Crow to pull. Delgado playing just 5 feet off the midline. He'll pop this one up in foul territory down the left field line. Gearhart has a beat and makes the catch for out number 3. Nighthawks sit down the Patriots in order in the first. Head to the bottom half, scoreless on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Located on the historic Dahlonega Square, the Fudge Factory has been producing some of the state's finest chocolates for 35 years. Owned and operated by local North Georgia alumni, the Fudge Factory produces 80 handmade chocolates each day and ships their famous product all over the world. The Fudge Factory has been featured on GPTV's Georgia Detours and offers discounts to UNG students, faculty, and staff. Visit the Fudge Factory in downtown Dahlonega or online at Dahlonegafudgefactory.com. Your sweet tooth will thank you.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Scoreless as we head to the bottom half of the first here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. The Nighthawks coming to bat. Let's take a look at their starting lineup. And Chad, when it ain't broke, you don't fix it. The only difference here, Josh Proffitt's going to be the designated hitter. He'll still bat second, though.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're on a roll, North Georgia on a 4-game winning streak right now, I don't want to change much at all, and you see that from Tom Cantrell's lineup.
Proffitt, the only player yesterday to not get a hit. He went 0 for 4, but he drew 3 walks, and the 2 innings that the Nighthawks batted around, he led off the inning, drawing a walk and coming around to score.
That's what you want. Get your table set around there, and if you can't get a hit, get on base and let someone else drive you in.
Gearhart, Proffitt, Teidebeck due up. Corbett will bat 8th, where Taylor Jones batted yesterday. Corbett came in yesterday and as a pinch hitter in the 8th, an RBI double for the freshman. Gearhart leads things off. Got his first career triple on Friday. First pitch from Matt Kelly, swung on and missed, strike 1. Kelly 4-4 on the year. This is 13th start, 14th appearance. 4.58 ERA, 54 strikeouts, 25 walks. That one bounces to the catcher Koch. 1-1. Kelly, left-handed senior out of Hampton, Georgia.
Down in Henry County, my old stomping ground there. What was the high school, Walker? No, it's not on your sheet there. I'll try to look that up.
It's on that roster that you've got with the pronunciation guide on the bottom. Fouled off, 1-2.
Opponent batting average a little high at 291. See if the Nighthawks can exploit that today. Luella High School. That's where I took the ACT at.
There you go. 1-2. Just outside, 2-2.
Learn something new every day, don't you?
I do. If you're not learning something every single day, you're not living life correctly.
There you go.
The 2-2, chopped right back up the middle. Can't get a glove on it there, Brooks Kennedy, as it will roll on out to center field for a leadoff single for Devin Gearhart. He went 4 for 7 yesterday. He got his first career triple on Friday. One of only 15 North Georgia Nighthawks to get 7 at-bats in a game in program history. And he keeps the bat hot with a leadoff single. Brings up Profit to the plate. First pitch, he squares to bunt and pulls back for ball 1. Friday, he laid down a beautiful 2-out bunt single down the third base line that scored a run.
Would like to know, Walker, how many people have had 7 at-bats in a 9-inning game?
That's an interesting one. Interestingly enough, that doesn't break the Peach Belt record for most at-bats in a game. The Peach Belt record is 8 at-bats in a game. Looked that one up today and trying to find some research for NSN trivia.
Not hard to do in, a game that goes lengthy extras, but to go 7 in regulation is extremely rare.
Profit pulls back the bunt just in time to get hit by a pitch, and the Nighthawks putting something together here in the first, 2-1 and nobody out for the team leader. Well, now the team second in batting average as Tomlinson retook the lead yesterday. Sam Tiedeback tied for the lead in home runs with 9. 368 is the catcher Tiedeback, transfer from Ball State.
Most importantly for the Nighthawks, second best run producer on the team with 45 RBI, right behind Trevor Sams.
And Tiedeback led the team in RBI until yesterday when Trevor Sams had 5 on 2 home runs. First pitch just misses outside, 1-0. Trevor was fired up coming around on that second home run where he took the lead with a long ball to nearly straightaway center.
That was the 10th pitch for Kelly right there, Walker, and just 3 strikes. If you're good at math, that does not add up very well for Francis Marion.
That's what they've struggled with all weekend, is finding the strike zone. The 2-0 pitch inside, 3-0. Got a base to put Tiedeback on, but you don't want to have the bases loaded for Trevor Sams the way he's been hitting the ball in the past 24 hours. 3-0 pitch. That'll find the zone, 3-1. Gearhart on second, Profit on first. Nobody out in the bottom of the first. The 3-1. Grounded to third. Nice play over there by Callahan. Goes to second for 1. Not going to be able to get 2. So it will be runners on the corners for the Nighthawks with 1 out for Trevor Sams. Logan Koch gives the signal to his infield. First pitch in there to Trevor Sams, strike 1. Jumps on the second pitch and fouls it off into the Francis Marion bullpen. 0-2. 358 on the year for Trevor Sams. 9 home runs, 48 RBI. Team lead in slugging percentage as well at .649. And time called at the plate. The 0-2 pitch. Sams almost offered at the 1 low in the dirt. 1-2. Fans starting to file in to Bob Stein Stadium. Very busy weekend in Dahlonega. The 1-2. Popped foul off to the right. Bear on the square this weekend.
One of the 2 main festivals hosted in Dahlonega each year, along with Gold Rush Days in the fall.
1-2 pitch to Sams outside. 2-2.
Really the 2 best times, in my opinion, to come up to Dahlonega, both in the spring when the weather's this beautiful, not too hot, got that nice mountain breeze blowing, and then in the fall when the leaves make the mountain so beautiful.
Outside, 3-2. Kelly sets and deals, strikes Trevor Sams out for out number 2. That brings Tomlinson to the plate.
It's a good time to find the strike zone against a hitter that's red hot and North Georgia's biggest run producer with a runner on third and less than 2 out.
Tomlinson stands in. 370 on the year now, leading the team. He'll watch strike 1 on the inside. Setting the defense for Francis Marion. Klaus moves from center to left today, giving way to Schuler Ward in center. J.D. Crow out in right. Callahan will play third. Pino at short. Kennedy at second. Randy Lowe at first. Koch behind the plate. Tomlinson fouls it off his foot in the box. And now the count's 1-2. Pitch. Chop to the right side. Lowe will field. Toss to Kelly, who bare hands behind and steps on the bag just in time for out number 3. Nighthawks leave 2 stranded in the first. We head to the second. It's scoreless here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Can you stop copying me?
Peach Belt Conference Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network, brought to you by the Back Porch Oyster Bar, Campus Connection, your university bookstore, and Captain D's. Throw some D's on it. Scoreless as we head to the second. Nighthawks leave 2 runners on in the inning, including a runner on third. Nighthawks have left a number of runners on base this weekend, 9 on Friday, and if my memory serves, 12 yesterday. We left 12 on base.
Sorry, that was me asking Walker a question. My mic was muted.
Yeah, we left 12 men on base yesterday.
And still scored 19
scored 19 runs, including leaving 3 runners on third.
Wow.
Coach Cantrell wasn't as mad about that yesterday.
I would imagine.
He wasn't very happy on Friday when I talked to him post-game, leaving 9 on in a 2-run game, but Leaving 12 on in a 16-run game, you can tend to let that one slide a little bit. Randy Lowe in the batter's box for the Patriots. The 1-0 pitch to him from Cobb. Outside, 2-0. Randy's .291 on the year with 7 doubles and 22 runs batted in. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Just missed inside, 3-0. Lowe, Klaus, and Callahan due up. The 3-0 pitch. Will walk Randy Lowe, and talking about it pregame.
Left fielder number 3, Casey Klaus.
Leadoff walks will come back to bite you every time. First pitch to Casey Klaus. He squares the bunt. Cobb finds the zone after a 4-pitch walk. Strike one. Klaus 329 on the year, a home run, a triple, 3 doubles. And 43 singles. He'll square the bunt again immediately before the pitch is even delivered. And time is called. Cobb sets, checks the runner, and fires. And was able to pull back in time. Now 1-1. Cobb gonna throw back to keep Lowe honest. First baseman is 1 for 1 in stolen base attempts this year. A Francis Marion team that loves to steal bases. Again, Klaus squares. The pitch laid down. Cobb fields gonna go to first for the for sure out. Sacrifice bunt works to perfection, 1 out in the inning. Zach Callahan will step back in. 371 on the year. He was yesterday's designated hitter. First pitch, breaking ball. Nice pitch from Cobb, swung on and missed, 0-1. Runner on second, 1 out. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed again. Cobb's really got the breaking ball working today. The 0-2, swung on and missed. Tied back can't get the tag. He'll have to throw down to first to retire Zach Callahan. 2 down in the inning.
Catcher number 21, Logan Koch.
So Logan Koch will step in. .312 on the year for the catcher. out of Simpsonville, South Carolina.
Think they like the Simpsons there?
Somebody, whoever named the town probably did. Or whoever the town's named after.
Yep.
Maybe even a relation to Homer.
Could be.
No balls and a strike. Cobb sets, checks the runner at second, and delivers. Fouled into the netting. Leadoff walk for Francis Marion and Randy Lowe, but after the sacrifice bunt from Casey Klaus, a strikeout to Zach Callahan means a base hit needs to come right here for Koch if the Patriots want to get on the scoreboard. The 0-2, 1-2. A lot of umbrellas out today. Try and shade fans from the sun, as there are no clouds in the sky. The 1-2 pitch fouled off.
That's one thing I wouldn't mind seeing here at Bob Stein Stadium, a little sun protection for the fans. There's been a little bit of discussion about that.
The 1-2 swung on and fouled off, says Casey Smith.
Yeah, I think good thing for North Georgia that he did catch a piece of it. No way Tideback was going to get to that one and be able to throw him out at first.
Cobb sets in the 1-2. Again fouled off. Outfield now going to shift toward left field and play Koch to push. There's one spot in this park with some shade, and a couple of fans out on Radar Ridge have found it. Other than that, I'm going to get a good suntan today. At least if you're sitting outside. 1-2. Missed outside, 2-2. Tomlinson way off his line in center field, more toward left center. The 2-2. That's poked out into left field, foul ground. That's Tamita over to make the play a foot outside of fair territory, and the side is retired. Still scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. The stylists at North Georgia Haircutters offer both men's and women's haircuts with gorgeous colors and amazing highlights. North Georgia Haircutters offer a 10% discount to UNG students for any hair service over $10. Active military and UGA cadets haircuts are only $9, and public service employees can get their haircut for just $10. Your one-stop shop for hair care, tanning, manicures, pedicures, and facials. North Georgia Haircutters, just across from the UNG campus in Dahlonega. For more information, visit nghaircutters.com.
Honey, would some Captain D's make you feel better?
Yeah.
When you love seafood this much,
Back again?
I hope it's just a clumsy phase.
it's gotta be D's. Anything's worth it for our new homestyle flounder meal or double dozen shrimp. Also try our grilled menu featuring new Tuscan tilapia. For full meals starting at just $4.99, it's gotta be D's.
To the bottom of the second we go. Still scoreless here in Dahlonega. First time we've been scoreless in this series through 1.5 innings. Nighthawks struck in the first inning on Friday. Francis Marion struck in the first inning yesterday. Both offenses still trying to find their way here in the series finale. Nighthawks currently, Chad, as we look at the Peach Belt Conference standings, climbing back into postseason positioning with the 2 wins, currently in a tie for 6th with Georgia College, but Georgia College has the tiebreaker over the Nighthawks.
Yeah, they do. Really, North Georgia just wants to get into the tournament. I don't think really between the seeding it matters to them. Columbus State and Lander, USC Aiken, all kind of right there with each other. I'd probably say Lander's the best team out of that squad, but they haven't had the best season, so never really know how things are going to go at the tournament. We saw last year, North Georgia, the 1 seed, got knocked out in the first round, so anything can happen when you get there.
Lander going to finish up Peach Belt Conference play today with their 30th conference win, or 30th conference game, rather.
Yeah, that would be impressive.
Everybody else has either got 1 or 2 more series after today's games finish.
And that's the thing for North Georgia is out of all the teams that are kind of in contention right there as far as making the Peach Belt tournament, there's about 5 of them. They're the only one that only has 1 more series left. Everyone else has 2 after this weekend. So North Georgia really has to pick up another series victory next week to be in a good spot.
Well, when you look at it, those 5 teams that are really in contention, well, 6 if you count Montevallo, who's currently in the 5th spot as Hoover strikes out. 1 down. North Georgia has a series tiebreaker over UNC Pembroke, over Francis Marion. Did not play Flagler this year, so have to go to a different tiebreaker if they end up in a tie with Flagler. But with 2 games against Montevallo, 2 wins next weekend, you've got a tiebreaker over 3 of those 5 other schools.
Yeah, and that certainly bodes well. It's the spot you want to be in. You don't want to be in that team that's lost everybody that you're up against. But likely the way things are going, not sure it's going to come down to a tiebreaker.
It will be an exciting finish to Peach Belt Conference play, as it normally is, as Tomita fouls one off. Now the count 0-2 on the senior from Phoenix, 244 on the year, with 4 home runs and 12 RBI. Columbus State and Augusta doing battle this weekend. Augusta started off the weekend in first place in the Peach Belt Conference, lost the first 2 games to Columbus State, now find themselves in 4th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Grounded down the first base line, a slow grounder. Fielding and throwing over to Kelly is Randy Lowe, getting the second out. That'll bring up Connor Corbett.
Lowe and Kelly have had some good teamwork over there. That put out ended the first for the Nighthawks and then picks up the second out here in the second.
Connor Corbett right at the Mendoza line, 200 on the year. This is 8th start, 15th appearance. Fouls the first one off over Barlow Road, strike 1. 2 doubles, including 1 yesterday. An RBI double, earning his 5th RBI. Now 0-2 is Kelly working quickly. This will be just his 10th pitch of the inning. And it found the zone, strike 3 in the side, retired. A very efficient inning for Matt Kelly. We head to the 3rd. No score in Dahlonega on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Johnny B's is proud to be a season-long sponsor of North Georgia baseball. Located just steps away from the center of UNG Dahlonega, Johnny B's offers multiple specials to its customers. Tuesdays and Saturdays are wing nights, where you can get 20 wings for just $10.99. Thursdays are college nights with a live DJ starting at 10, and Fridays and Sundays offer live music. Visit Johnny B's online at johnnybsdahlonega.com or find them on Facebook. Johnny B's, wings, pizza, and burgers. Top of the third inning we go. No score in Dahlonega as Cobb finishes up his warm-up tosses. Really seeing two great starting pitchers go at it here, Chad.
Yeah, you are, Walker. Chris Cobb has looked sharp thus far, and, you know, after a little bit of a rough start for Matt Kelly, the southpaw really settled down there in his last four batters faced.
Cobb will face the 8-9-1 hitters for Francis Marion, starting with the center fielder Schuler Ward. The senior from Kingstree, South Carolina, hitting .245 on the year with a couple of home runs, 19 RBI. Nighthawks going to play him to go to the opposite field just a little bit. The first pitch, he'll square to bunt, lay it down, and it hits off of him in the box, says Casey Smith, strike one.
Yeah, he wasn't too far from being out of the box right there. I think his right foot was still in there, but he was about halfway out.
Wind blowing from left to right on your screens, maybe even slightly out to right field. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, 0-2.
31 pitches for Cobb Walker, 20 strikes for the junior.
Cobb will wind and deliver the 0-2. Missed low and outside, a good spot for an 0-2 pitch. Fans out on Radar Ridge, sitting up there and taking in the game from above left field as Cobb delivers the strikeout, one down for Zach Parquette.
Designated hitter number 30, Zach Parquet.
The sophomore designated hitter, 169 on the year. 3 doubles and 16 runs batted in.
Bit of a pre-at-bat ritual right there from Parquet. Riding something into the turf with his bat.
Well, it goes out to left field. Tomlinson hits off the wall hard. It hit off his glove. A little slow to get up as Tomlinson will field. And it will be a triple for Parquet. And now we'll check on Tamita. He hit the wall hard.
Yeah, he did, Walker. And North Georgia athletic training staff, Francis Gilbert, along with a student assistant, running out to take a look at Profit in left. Tamita, thank you.
Let's take a look at it again. Very well hit. Tamita almost makes the catch, but then just hit the wall hard.
Yeah, it looked like his head hit the wall as well, Walker. Looked like he was kind of leading over trying to get to that one and wasn't able to kind of get himself back up. Kind of went in like he was almost tackling the wall.
Was definitely a hard hit. We'll take a 60-second break as the North Georgia training staff and head coach Tom Cantrell check on the senior left fielder Ryan Tamita. Runner on third, one out in the inning for Francis Marion here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. The UNG Campus Connection is your university bookstore. It's the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom, and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks Nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Campus Connection is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
Think of the NCAA as a marching band. We wouldn't stop with halftime. We'd be full-time, celebrating student athletes in everything they do. Okay, so don't think of us as a marching band. Think of us as a spirit squad. Well, just know we're always there for student athletes.
There you see out in left field Tomita with head coach Tom Cantrell and the training staff at North Georgia. Tomita did a couple of wind sprints out on the warning track, and it looks like he's going to stay in the game, Chad.
Yeah, good to see that Tomita's all right.
He's still shaking the cobwebs out a little bit, though. You can tell.
Yeah, I mean, you can see in the replay, he smacked the wall pretty good out there. And it does, this wall that was just installed last year does have definitely more give in it than the old one did with the Major League padding up there, but
it still doesn't feel good.
Still, yeah. not that much give. It's not a NASCAR safety wall or anything.
So we will resume play. The triple by Parkett is first of the year. We'll bring the top of the lineup back up in Brooks Kennedy. Chris Cobb on the mound. Out of the stretch, delivers through the right side on the first pitch. Base hit. Patriots will take a 1-0 lead.
Nice piece of hitting right there on the first pitch to just drive that one through the right side. Took what the pitcher gave him and gives Francis Marion their first lead of the game.
That brings Antonio Pino to the plate. Pino struck out in his first at-bat of the day. As Cobb goes back, did he get him? No.
That was close right there. I thought the tag might have got him. Didn't look like his right hand got back to the back. Thought the tag had got it before the left hand got in there.
Kennedy's one saving grace may have been that the ball was thrown to Trevor Sam's left. If that ball's on target right above the base, dead to rights.
Yeah, and of course, can look out from here, from the umpire's position. Might have looked entirely different. And really not at a great angle to make that call either.
Still looking for our first pitch to Pino. Here it is. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Cobb pitches to Pino, bunted to third. Gearhart fields over to first for out number 2. Again, the sacrifice works for Francis Marion, their second of the day.
Yeah, nice bunt right there too. Walker wasn't too far away from getting on himself with a bunt single.
Pino has a lot of speed. We've seen that this weekend, both in the field defensively and on the base paths. Brings up J.D. Crow. Dangerous 3-hole hitter for Francis Marion. One of a few Patriots who have the potential to hit the ball out of the park. First pitch low, ball 1. Delgado holds on Kennedy as the 1-0 misses low, 2-0. Sam's hugging the line at first. Hoover in the gap on the right side. Gearhart plays normally on third as Delgado plays nearly behind second. The 2-0 pitch. Chopped to Hoover at second. He throws to first for out number 3. Francis Marion does get a run, though, on the Zach Parquette triple, followed by a Brooks Kennedy RBI single. We head to the bottom half of the third. Francis Marion 1, North Georgia nothing, here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I've been a loyal Clipper customer for years now. I can say this is the most exciting thing they've rolled out with in a while. The Clippers Fuel Savers card. Now I'm saving 10 cents at the pump every time. Thanks, Clipper.
Are we there yet?
Yep, we're here.
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Think of the NCAA as a spirit squad, cheering for student athletes at every big event and every small one. We'd be there in the classroom, at graduation, at their first job interview. Okay, so don't think of us as a spirit squad. Think of us as a mascot. Well, just know we're always there for student athletes.
Patriots 1, Nighthawks nothing. As we head to the bottom of the third, Matt Kelly back out to work here in the third inning. Watch Tamita run in from left field, look to have finally shaken off all the cobwebs. He does get a chance to rest in the North Georgia dugout, though, as if he were to bat here in this inning, he would be the 8th batter of the inning.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're probably taking another look at him in the dugout as well to make sure all is all right.
Delgado will lead things off. 234 on the year for the freshman, has 10 doubles. Sitting just outside of a tie for third on this team in doubles. Tiedeback and Gearhart both with 11, Tomlinson with 12, and then Trevor Sams with 17 doubles. Now 0-2 as Kelly is just peppering the strike zone the last 2 innings. Here's the 0-2. Got Delgado to offer, and it will be strike 3.
Third baseman number 14, Devin Gearhart.
Yeah, and after that rough start in the first inning, the single and hit by pitch by Matt Kelly, Walker's now retired 7 straight.
And he's done the last 2 on 6 pitches. 2 strikeouts as well. Gearhart, first pitch, he'll pop it up in foul territory behind first base. Making the catch in foul ground is Randy Lowe for out number 2.
Designated hitter number 13, Joshua Profit.
Josh Profit will stand in, was hit by a pitch back in the first. Retired on the fielder's choice from Sam Tiedeback. First pitch to Profit, misses high, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch in there, 1-1. Breaking ball catches the zone at the knees. 1-2 is Kelly working quickly and throwing strikes very, very consistently. The 1-2. Profit tries to inside out it. It'll hit off the batting cages down the left field line. Count still 1-2. Kelly winds and deals. Fouled off Profit in the box. Still 1-2. Kelly winds the 1-2. Bounces short. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Caught the outside corner. Strike 3. Side retired. Matt Kelly wheeling and dealing now, retiring 9 straight Nighthawks. We head to the 4th. Nighthawks trail 1-0 on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Peach Belt Conference Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network, brought to you by Clipper Petroleum, Evo Shield, the official protective equipment of UNG Nighthawk Baseball, Foothill Grill, and the Fudge Factory. Chris Cobb back out to work inning number 4 here, trailing 1-0. Ryan Tomita back out in left field. Got the okay from the trainers to stay in today's game, and he will go back to work here in left field in the 4th. Cobb finishes his warm-up tosses. He'll face the heart of this Francis Marion lineup. 4, 5, 6 due up for the Patriots, and Randy Lowe will lead things off. First pitch. Missed just below the knees. 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High 2-0. Trying to find the first strike of the inning. Chris Cobb will wind and deal the 2-0 pitch. He missed high, 3-0. Here it comes. Caught the zone, 3-1. Lowe drew a leadoff walk back in the second inning. Looking to do the same here in the fourth, 3-1. And he does just that.
Left fielder number 3, Casey Klaus.
Casey Klaus will stand in now. Getting the signs from his third base coach. Sets at the hips and fires. Misses low. Not the start of the inning that the Nighthawks were hoping for here in the top of the fourth. 6 pitches, 4 of them missing the strike zone.
Yeah, Walker, certainly don't want to have Francis Marion get in the rhythm and string some runs together in several innings here.
The 1-0 pitch, bunt laid down nicely. Gearhart will field, throw over to first for out number 1. But still, a sacrifice bunt, the third of the day.
Yeah, and certainly something, unfortunately, you don't see as much a lot anymore. A team that kind of all around is fundamentally sound in the bunting game.
That'll bring Zach Callahan to the plate. First pitch misses outside. 1-0. Cobb sets and delivers a nice breaking ball in there, 1-1. Lifted down the right field line. It'll get out of play. 1-2 now the count. The 1-2 misses low, 2-2. Stay tuned, top of the 5th inning in SN Trivia.
Good one today.
Be ready to tweet in your answers to hashtag NSN Trivia.
Jim Stewart just popped up from right below the press box when he heard you say that.
The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed.
Nice pitch.
Chris Cobb gets the strikeout, now 2 down. He's still a little bit miffed from yesterday. It was a Hickory Prime home run inning, and he didn't get the free barbecue sandwich. He wasn't quick enough getting to this door of the press box to our right. He was sitting over in front of Tim Whitmire on the left side. So
he had to come over here to get the free barbecue?
Yep. Sent old Josh Wolf out to this side of the press box yesterday.
Threw people off a little bit
Exactly.
I think we should hide the coupons throughout the stadium.
Well, I know earlier as the count is 0-1 after the foul ball. I know at one point we were going to send Vaughn Grizzle hiding with the coupons. And
I like it.
if there was a fifth inning home run, Tim was going to say, if you can find Vaughn Grizzle, you can get a coupon. So if the Nighthawks are able to get a home run in the fifth, we'll see what Tim comes up with today. He says he's got a plan. The 1-1. Swung on and missed.
I'll tape him to the scoreboard.
Tape him right on the bottom of the fifth inning.
How about free barbecue for the people up on Radar Ridge? Might be perfect today. I think there's 5 of them up there.
Well, there's a couple more over toward left center, though. Grounded towards second. Hoover gets down on it, fields it, and throws over easily as Logan Koch decided to take a leisurely stroll down the first base line, and he is retired. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Patriots 1, Nighthawks nothing. Here in Dahlonega on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I want everyone to rally behind such a great cause for Make-A-Wish. It's not just for us, and it's not just for the school. It's for the kids that we'll be helping. It's for them.
It's not just raising money for a charity. It's raising money to make this kid's dream come true.
I never, still to this day, would have thought that it would have touched me the way that it did that day. To truly say that it was a life-changing moment for myself is true. And I think it was for our program, our team, and our university. It was truly one of the most memorable experiences of my coaching career.
You really just see the community come together to make this event special and make it unique. And I think that's one thing that we like to try to brand ourselves with here at UNG is we're unique, and we like to do the special, small things that make children's lives and dreams come true.
One nothing your score as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning here in Dahlonega. Nighthawks will send 3-4-5 to the plate here in tie-back Sam Zan Tomlinson. The fourth inning this weekend has been a home run inning for North Georgia. Delgado with a home run on Friday here in the fourth. Trevor Sams with his first home run of the day yesterday in the fourth. First pitch to tie-back. Breaking ball misses, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch fouled off. 1-1. Matt Kelly winds, delivers the 1-1. It misses low, 2-1. Wind picks up from left to right. Bringing a nice refreshing breeze. This tie-back will pop it foul. Goes over Coleman Fieldhouse. The 2-2 pitch. Caught the inside corner, says Casey Smith. Strike 3. Down goes Tideback looking.
First baseman number 41, Trevor Sam.
Brings Trevor Sams back to the plate.
Yeah, that's Kelly's 6th strikeout walker and has picked up at least 2 in each inning since the first.
First pitch to Trevor Sams is a strike. As Matt Kelly continues to just throw strikes. Another strike there. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Misses low, 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. Sam's able to hold back there, 2-2. Kelly winds the 2-2. Same spot he just rung up Tideback on. Doesn't ring up Trevor Sams.
Yeah, I think that one was a little high, though.
So here comes the 3-2. Straight back into the net.
That would have been in there.
The 3-2. Trevor Sams high, deep, back to left center. Klaus on his horse, but it's out of here. The fourth inning home run inning continues for the Nighthawks this weekend. The third home run hit in a fourth inning this weekend by the Nighthawks. It's tied at 1.
Just like that, Walker all squared up. Now 1 run and 2 hits for both squads.
And how about the weekend that Trevor Sams is having? His 3rd bomb of the weekend.
Can you say Peach Belt Conference Player of the Week?
If he doesn't get it, if he doesn't get it, somebody had better have a great weekend.
One thing I can always tell you, it's possible for someone else to do better.
First pitch strike to Tomlinson. And time called. Pitch fouled off, now 0-2. He takes the team lead for home runs, does Trevor Sams, now 10 of them on the year. Now 1-2. Ball missed outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Inside corner, strike 3.
And he has been working that consistently for the strikeout against the righties.
Second baseman number 8, Connor Hoover.
That'll bring Connor Hoover to the plate, who struck out in his first plate appearance. He'll watch strike 1 there. The 0-1. That one high in the air, but in shallow center field. Ward has a beat on it and will make the play for out number 3. But the side retired as the Nighthawks tie things up on this swing from Trevor Sams. A bomb to left center. We're tied at 1 here in Dahlonega on the Nighthawk Sports Network. The Back Porch Oyster Bar and Restaurant brings the oceans to the mountains of Dahlonega. Fresh seafood is flown in daily, allowing for new featured items each day. Monday through Friday offers a $10 lunch special, and every day of the week, a different dinner item is featured. Located at 19 North Chestatee Street, the Back Porch Oyster Bar is the only restaurant north of Atlanta to win the Wine Spectator Award of Excellence. Visit the Back Porch Oyster Bar in Dahlonega, open every day from 11:30 to 10 p.m. J.R. Kreider's is a proud sponsor of North Georgia baseball. J.R. Kreider sells Southern Tide, Peach State Pride, and many more apparel brands. They also sell men's and women's clothing, as well as Costa sunglasses and accessories. J.R. Kreider's is also home to the Yeti Lounge, where you can sit back and relax with snacks and drinks inside the store. Visit J.R. Kreider's just off the square in beautiful Dahlonega, Georgia, or on the web at jrkreiders.com. Peach Belt Conference Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network, brought to you by Grizzle Grading, Hickory Prime Barbecue, and Johnny B's. As it's time for our NSN trivia question. What's the largest margin of victory in a Peach Belt Conference game in conference history? Hashtag NSN trivia with your answer. Again, what is the largest margin of victory in a Peach Belt Conference game in conference history? To the 5th inning we go. It'll be Schuler Ward to lead things off. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. Nighthawks won by 16 runs yesterday, but that is not the conference record. Swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes. Cobb winds and delivers. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Down goes Schuler Ward. Brings up Zach Parquette. Cobb with a strikeout in each inning today, and you see the at-bat ritual from Zach Parquette there. Cobb winds and delivers. First pitch missed outside to him, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch just missed inside, 2-0. Your score, even in all columns on the scoreboard. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss, 2-1. The wind and the 2-1 pitch. Missed outside, 3-1. Chris Cobb to Zach Parquette. 3-1. In there, 3-2, and almost saw the bat flip there from the designated hitter. Getting ready to take a stroll to first. He'll have to face at least one more pitch here. Pitch fouled off. We'll do the payoff again. Again, Parquette fouls it off. Tomlinson shades toward left center. Everybody else playing pretty much in their normal positions. As Parquette will draw a walk. Tidyback threw down to first just in case it was a strikeout. Check down to Van Lusader. He says no swing. Nighthawk fans here inside Bob Stein Stadium didn't take too kindly to that. Well, we've got a runner on first. As Cobb will check back. On Parquette, who is 2 for 3 in stolen base attempts this year. Not afraid to try and snatch a base. First pitch to Brooks Kennedy outside, 1-0. Ball and no strikes. Cobb again checking on the designated hitter Parquette. And again back to first. An extended timeout there to get signs from the third base coach for Brooks Kennedy. The 1-0 pitch. Runner acted like he was moving. That one deep to right center field. Back Corbett goes. He will watch it sail over the fence. It's a 2-run homer for Francis Marion. Kennedy's 4th of the year. And the Patriots lead 3-1. Patriots retake the lead 3-1. With that swing of the bat. And now action out in the North Georgia bullpen, as Coach Holder will go have a word with Chris Cobb. Dallas Devers, the lefty from Lula. And it looks like Jake Jones, the junior from Covington. So Antonio Pino will step in now. First pitch, a strike from Chris Cobb. The 0-1. Just missed the zone, 1-1. Breaking ball misses below the knees, 2-1. Brooks Kennedy responds to the Trevor Sams home run with a home run of his own. Take a 2-run lead. 2-1, right back to Cobb. He'll toss to Trevor Sams for out number 2. And J.D. Crow will step in.
Right fielder number 17, J.D. Crow.
First pitch at the ankles, 1-0. Cobb will work out of the windup and deliver a strike on the outside corner. Count now 1-1. Ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Grounded to Sams at first. He'll take it himself and retire the side, but not before damage done. A 2-run homer from Brooks Kennedy. We head to the bottom half of the 5th. 3-1 Patriots on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Hickory Prime Barbecue is a proud sponsor of North Georgia baseball. Hickory Prime offers multiple specials daily, including a barbecue pork sandwich, fries, and a drink for just $8. Winners of multiple national awards, the restaurant offers pork, chicken, beef brisket, ribs, and much, much more. Visit Hickory Prime Barbecue, open 7 days a week, just minutes from the Dahlonega campus of UNG off of Morrison Moore Parkway.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Bottom of the 5th inning, as always, is the Hickory Prime home run inning. If a Nighthawk hits a home run in this inning, 5 lucky fans here inside Bob Stein Stadium are going to win a free barbecue sandwich courtesy of Hickory Prime Barbecue, located just off Morrison Moore Parkway. Gave away free barbecue yesterday. Try and make it 2 days in a row.
Right back for North Georgia, the left fielder number 24,
Ryan Tomita will represent the first chance for the Nighthawks here in the inning. Took a nasty hit off the left field wall, still in the lineup. He'll try and square a bunt and pull back. Watch strike one. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Check to see if he went around. Yes, he did, says Van Lusader. Nighthawk fans, as you can hear, not having that one. The 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. One down.
Right fielder number 23, Connor Corbett.
Brings up Connor Corbett, the right fielder. First pitch to Corbett, misses below the knees. 1-0. Now 2-0 is this one of the first times we've seen Matt Kelly have to work from behind in the count. He'll find the strike zone. It's 2-1. But the 2-1 misses low. 3-1 the count. Here's the 3-1 pitch from the lefty Kelly. Lined through the left side and a base hit. A single for Connor Corbett will bring Eric Delgado to the plate. Wind blowing straight out to center field. First pitch to Deli's in there for a strike. On Friday, he hit one to right center. The 0-1. Grounded to third. Callahan to second for one, to first, but not going to be quite in time as Delgado legs it out. Callahan to Kennedy on the put out at second. 2 down for Devin Gearhart.
Third baseman number 14, Devin Gearhart.
Matt Kelly will work out of the stretch to the leadoff hitter Devin Gearhart, who's 1 for 2 today. Led off the game with a single. First pitch misses low. To the redshirt junior from Cumming. The 1-0 pitch. Lined right back up the middle. Base hit. Delgado is going to hold at second as Ward gets the ball back in quickly. 2 on and 2 out for Josh Profit. Koch goes out to have a word with Matt Kelly. Profit 0 for 1 on the day, was hit by a pitch back in the first. Runners on first and second. He'll chop one to first. And just getting the tag in time was Randy Lowe, and the side retired in the 5th. No free barbecue today inside Bobstein Stadium. The Nighthawks still trail at 3-1 here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
The UNG Campus Connection is your university bookstore. It's the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom, and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks Nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Campus Connection is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
Thank you.
Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you for giving.
Thank you.
Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for your support.
Thank you for helping me be a Nighthawk.
Top of the 6th inning here in Dahlonega. Chris Cobb back out to work, trailing 3-1. A triple back in the 3rd set up the first run of the game. Triple by Zach Parquette. And an RBI single from Brooks Kennedy put the Patriots up 1-0 after 2.5. To the bottom of the 4th, it was Trevor Sams tying it up with a solo blast to left center field. And then an inning ago in the 5th, a 2-run homer from Brooks Kennedy put the Patriots up 3-1. Kennedy so far 2 for 3 with 3 RBI. Randy Lowe will lead things off for the Patriots here in the 6th. Cobb winds, and the first pitch of the inning is a breaking ball that missed somewhere just outside. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch fouled back out of play. 1-1. Devers and Jake Jones still warming up in the Nighthawk bullpen, staying loose, making sure they're ready if and when they're called on. The 1-1. Missed high, 2-1. Here's the wind and the 2-1 pitch. Missed low as well. Count 3-1. The delivery fouled back into the netting. And a payoff pitch will be coming shortly. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Fouled back again. Three balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Fouled off again. The answer to the NSN trivia question, largest margin of victory in a Peach Belt Conference game in conference history. The answer is 22. Columbus State defeated Montevallo back in 2013, 25-3. As that pitch misses high. Ball 4. And Chad, can you guess who got it right first on Twitter?
Left fielder number 3, Casey Klaus.
Jim Stewart.
Jim Stewart's correct. He's got the Peach Belt Conference record book pulled up on his phone. Consistently. Runner on first. Nobody out now for Casey Klaus. First pitch to Klaus, squares the bunt and pulls back. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Klaus swinging away. Fouls it off on top of the batting cages down the left field line. 1-1 the count. Ball to strike. Cobb goes back to first. Checking on Randy Lowe. Now 2-1. Again, back to first. The 2-1 pitch. Klaus lays down the bunt. Gerhardt again fields, throws over to first for out number 1.
Number 6, Callahan.
Brings Zach Callahan to the plate. Coach Holder going to go to the mound here. And Chris Cobb's day is done. Take a break. Introduce you to the new pitcher for the Nighthawks when we return here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
When something big comes along, we say it's the biggest thing since. And that's how we all felt about Wendy's 4 for $4.
A junior bacon cheeseburger, 4 nuggets, fries, and a Coke for just $4. Back to you, voiceover.
And now with the big choice of a JBC or the new Crispy Chicken BLT, it's like having the awesome choice between flying.
Bye, flying guy.
Or the power of invisibility. Dude. It's the biggest thing until. So choose wisely.
play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as UNG makes a Wendy's call to the bullpen. Jake Jones into pitch, 2-1 on the year. This is 21st appearance. He's got a save as well, 4.50 ERA, 18 innings of work, 9 runs, struck out 19 to just 12 walks. So there's a runner on second. So stepping in now is Zach Callahan. First pitch of Jake Jones's day. Misses low, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball's in there for a called strike. Chopped back to Jones. He'll check back to second, throw over to first for out number 2.
Catcher number 21, Logan Cox.
So Koch will stand in. So the Nighthawks try and get out of the inning here. First pitch, strike. The 1-0 or the 0-1 pitch misses outside, 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now the count. Tomlinson way over in left center. Tamita pretty close to the line and left. And you look at Connor Corbett standing right in front of the 365 mark in right center as the outfield shifted heavily to the left. The 1-2. Fouled straight back. Ball and 2 strikes. Jones delivers. On the inside corner, strike 3, and the side retired. Head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Nighthawks trail 3-1 here at Bobstein Stadium on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Located on the historic Dahlonega Square, the Fudge Factory has been producing some of the state's finest chocolates for 35 years. Owned and operated by local North Georgia alumni, the Fudge Factory produces 80 handmade chocolates each day and ships their famous product all over the world. The Fudge Factory has been featured on GPTV's Georgia Detours and offers discounts to UNG students, faculty, and staff. Visit the Fudge Factory in downtown Dahlonega or online at DahlonegAFudgeFactory.com. Your sweet tooth will thank you.
Peach Belt Conference Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Brought to you by J.R. Kreiders, North Georgia Haircutters, Rains Grading, and Wendy's. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tied-back Sam's Tomlinson due up for the Nighthawks.
At the bat for North Georgia, the catcher, number 42, Sam Tideback.
Nighthawks looking to cut into this lead. The heart of the lineup due up here in the inning. As good of a time as any to do it. First pitch strike to Tideback as Matt Kelly continues to deal. Working the corners of the strike zone very well today. 1-1 on the catcher, Sam Tideback, Plainfield, Illinois. Lined foul. One and two. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Grounded towards short. The third baseman Callahan will field. Throw over to first. 4 out, number 1.
First baseman, number 41, Trevor Sam.
Brings Trevor Sams to the plate. Homered in his last at bat. He'll watch the first pitch high, 1-0. That pitch in there, 1-1. The wind and the pitch, swung on and missed by Trevor. 1-2. The 1-2 bounces outside. 2-2. The 2-2, low and inside. Count runs full. Payoff pitch, fouled off. And Casey Smith going to trade baseballs with Matt Kelly. And back underway. Payoff pitch again to Trevor Sams. Swung on and missed. Dropped third strike. He'll hustle down to first, but the throw from Koch in time for out number 2.
Center fielder number 30, Stephen Tomlinson.
Tomlinson will step in now. First pitch, fouled straight back. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch missed outside. 1-1. Breaking ball misses outside. 2-1 as Kelly continues to work very quickly, taking little to no time in between pitches. High and out of play. 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. High chopper down the line. It will be fair and an infield single as Matt Kelly couldn't field it cleanly as he ran to foul territory.
Second baseman number 8, Connor Hoover.
And Connor Hoover will have a chance here to get the 2-out rally. First pitch, grounded to third. Callahan fields. One hop throw across the diamond for out number 3. Head to the 7th. 3-1 Patriots on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Honey, would some Captain D's make you feel better?
Yeah.
When you love seafood this much,
Back again?
I hope it's just a clumsy phase.
it's gotta be D's. Anything's worth it for our new home-style flounder meal or double dozen shrimp. Also try our grilled menu featuring new Tuscan tilapia. For full meals starting at just $4.99, it's gotta be D's.
Top of the 7th inning, Jake Jones back out to work. He'll face Schuler Ward to lead things off. And time called at home plate. And now Jones will wind and deal. High in the air, deep left center. Back goes Tomita. He'll watch it sail over the fence. A second home run of the day for the Patriots. A solo shot by Schuler Ward. His third of the year. And it's 4-1 Patriots. Zach Parquette will stand in. He has a triple today. First pitch strike to the designated hitter. 0-1. Ball to strike. Now 1-2. Jake Jones winds and delivers. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Dropped third strike. Throw it down to first. Now 2 down.
Second baseman, number 9, Brooks Kennedy.
Brings Brooks Kennedy to the plate. 2-run homer earlier today. Back in the 5th inning. First pitch, low, ball 1. 4 runs off 4 hits for the Patriots, a run off 5 hits for UNG. 1-0. Shot out to left center. Tomlinson on his horse. He'll make the play running to his right for out number 2.
Shortstop number 10, Antonio Pino.
Brings Pino to the plate. First pitch to Pino in the dirt. Tied it back, lost the mask on the play. The 1-0 pitch caught the zone, 1-1. Grounded to third. Gearhart off a hop. Throws over low to Sams. Sams digs it out for out number 3. 4-1 Patriots as we head to the 7th inning stretch here in Dahlonega on the Nighthawk Sports Network. The stylists at North Georgia Haircutters offer both men's and women's haircuts with gorgeous colors and amazing highlights. North Georgia Haircutters offer a 10% discount to UNG students for any hair service over $10. Active military and UGA cadets haircuts are only $9, and public service employees can get their haircut for just $10. Your one-stop shop for hair care, tanning, manicures, pedicures, and facials. North Georgia Haircutters, just across from the UNG campus in Dahlonega. For more information, visit nghaircutters.com. Seventh inning stretch brought to you by Campus Connection, your university bookstore.
That's high quality. That's high quality. That's nice.
It's 4-1 in favor of the Patriots.
At the back off Georgia, the left fielder, number 24, Ryan.
Tomita will stand in.
Sorry for distracting you, Walker. Talking to Jim Stewart out the window.
It's okay. Didn't miss a pitch. Here's the 0-1 as Kelly continues to deal here in this one. The 0-2 missed low, 1-2. Corbett stands on deck. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Dropped third strike. Koch over to Lowe for the putout.
Right fielder number 23, Connor Corbett.
See if Connor Corbett can't get something started here in the 7th. First pitch, a strike.
Number 101 right there for Kelly.
Swung on and missed. 0-2. A little bit surprised that the pitch count's that high as efficiently as it seemed like he's been working. The 0-2. Grounded towards short. Pino will give way to Callahan, the third baseman, who throws it over to first for out number 2.
Did not have much room to work with right there, Walker. It looked like less than half a step.
Brings Eric Delgado to the plate as the Nighthawks continue to struggle to find base runners against Matt Kelly. First pitch misses low, ball 1. A few pitchers out in the Patriot bullpen just stretching. Can't imagine that he'll be pulled anytime soon, or you wouldn't think, as effective as he's been against the Nighthawk lineup today. The 1-1. Caught the zone.
Yeah, this is really a must-win for Francis Marion, Walker. And obviously the bullpen has not had the best of luck against North Georgia. So obviously you want to let Kelly get as much as he can in.
3 up, 3 down go the Nighthawks in the 7th. Head to the 8th, 4-1 at UNG on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I've been a loyal Clipper customer for years now. I can say this is the most exciting thing they've rolled out with in a while. The Clippers Fuel Savers card. Now I'm saving 10 cents at the pump every time. Thanks, Clipper.
Hickory Prime Barbecue is a proud sponsor of North Georgia baseball. Hickory Prime offers multiple specials daily, including a barbecue pork sandwich, fries, and a drink for just $8. Winners of multiple national awards, the restaurant offers pork, chicken, beef brisket, ribs, and much, much more. Visit Hickory Prime Barbecue, open 7 days a week, just minutes from the Dahlonega campus of UNG off of Morrison Moore Parkway.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Jake Jones out to work the 8th for the Nighthawks. They trail at 4-1. Runs in the 3rd. Single runs in the 3rd and 7th for the Patriots. A 2-spot in the 5th. Nighthawks have found just 1 run. It came in the 4th off the bat of Trevor Sams.
Right fielder number 17, J.D. Cook.
If the score holds, would be just the 3rd time the Nighthawks have scored less than 2 runs in a game this year. First pitch misses low, 1-0. Scored 1 against Georgia College in game 1 of that series, lost 5-1. Did not score against 20th ranked Lander in the opener here in Dahlonega, lost 12-0 in that one. The 1-1. Breaking ball in there, 1-2. J.D. Crow leading things off for the Patriots. senior out of Birmingham, Alabama. Lined into left field. As the infield was playing him to pull, he went opposite field with it and draws a leadoff single. And now Randy Lowe will step in. He's drawn at least 2 walks today. It may be 3. He lays down the bunt here. Perfectly placed. Over to first. Did he get him? Yes, he did by a half of a step. Great play there from Devin Gearhart. We'll take a look at it here in a moment and see if he actually was. As North Georgia going to make a Wendy's call to the bullpen here. We'll take a break and return to see if he actually was out here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
When something big comes along, we say it's the biggest thing since. And that's how we all felt about Wendy's 4 for $4.
A junior bacon cheeseburger, 4 nuggets, fries, and a Coke for just $4. Back to you, voiceover.
And now with the big choice of a JBC or the new crispy chicken BLT, it's like having the awesome choice between flying.
Bye, flying guy.
Or the power of invisibility.
Dude.
It's the biggest thing until. So choose wisely.
Back with you here in Dahlonega. Let's take a look at our Evo Shield replay. He lays down the bunt nicely, perfectly placed. Gearhart gets it, throws over to third. Ooh, I think Van Lusader missed that one.
That was not even close, Walker.
Van Lusader missed that one by about 3 steps. He had a pretty bad call on Friday. Trevor Sams on Friday tried to scoop a ball that Brandon Agar threw to him as Gearhart's going to chase this one out of play. The ball never was officially caught by Trevor Sams. He tried to scoop it and it bounced out in front of him, and Van Lusader said the runner was out because the ball came out of the glove on the transfer. It was definitely a strange call, to say the least. Oh, 0-2 as Taylor Kynett is on the mound. North Georgia made a Wendy's call to the bullpen. Here's the pitch. It's 1-2 now. Kynett on the year, 4.50 ERA, 1-1 on the year. This is 19th appearance. He's worked 10 innings, given up 9 runs, 5 of them earned, 10 strikeouts to 6 walks. TK sets and delivers the 1-2, grounded to short. Delgado going to go to third. He's safe at third.
Third baseman number 6, Zach Callahan.
We'll take a look at it here in just a moment. And we'll take a look at it now as Tidyback's going to go out to have a word with TK. Yeah, he was safe. So runners are on the corners. As Tidyback will slowly walk back to home plate. Double barrel action out in the North Georgia bullpen, and Coach Holder's going to head out. And make a Wendy's call to the bullpen. We'll take a break. Introduce you to the new Nighthawk pitcher right after this here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
When something big comes along, we say it's the biggest thing since. And that's how we all felt about Wendy's 4 for $4.
A junior bacon cheeseburger, 4 nuggets, fries, and a Coke for just $4. Back to you, voiceover.
And now with the big choice of a JBC or the new crispy chicken BLT, it's like having the awesome choice between flying.
Bye, flying guy.
Or the power of invisibility. Dude, it's the biggest thing until. So choose wisely.
Think of the NCAA as a spirit squad, cheering for student athletes at every big event and every small one. We'd be there in the classroom, at graduation, at their first job interview. Okay, so don't think of us as a spirit squad. Think of us as a mascot. Well, just know we're always there for student athletes.
North Georgia again making a Wendy's call to the bullpen in for the Nighthawks. Right-handed redshirt junior out of Venetia, Pennsylvania is Zach Verner. 13 appearances, 3 saves on the year. 2.08 ERA, 13 innings of work, 17 strikeouts to just 3 walks for Zach Verner, and he's in here to try and keep this a 3-run game because the Nighthawks down to just 6 outs. Not a lot of time. Finishing his warm-up tosses. Nighthawks looking for the sweep today. Their only sweep this year in Peach Belt Conference play came against Georgia Southwestern in the first weekend of conference play. Swept Carson Newman out of conference. Swept Anderson out of conference in 2 midweek games this year. As Verner throws a first pitch strike to Zach Callahan. The 0-1 grounded towards short. Delgado going to have to hurry. 6-4. Not going to get to 3 though. As a run will score, it is now 5-1 in favor of the Patriots. 2 down in the inning and a runner on first.
Pitcher number 21, Logan Koch.
So Koch stands in. Verner sets and deals. on the outside corner, strike one. Line to right field, base hit. Corbett on his horse is rounding second and heading to third. It was Callahan as the outfield was shifted toward left. Francis Marion doing a great job of hitting through shifts today. And now Tideback going to go have a word with Zach Werner. The Nighthawks have double barrel action out in the bullpen. First pitch ball to Schuler Ward. Josh Bryan. Looks like Daniel McCrary also out there. Now 2-0 to Schuler Ward, who earlier today hit his third home run of the year. In fact, that happened just last inning. 2-0 pitch. Now 3-0. Werner sets and deals. Caught the inside corner, 3-1. Nighthawks have won 4 in a row and 6 of 7. Seven and 3 so far in the month of April. High in the infield. Delgado trying to find it. And he can't get to it. Run scored on the play. Will be a hit. And now runners on first and second and 2 outs. And North Georgia going to make another call to the bullpen. It'll be Logan Burt. We'll introduce you to Burt right after this on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
The UNG Campus Connection is your university bookstore. It's the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom, and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks Nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Campus Connection is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
Think of the NCAA as a marching band. We wouldn't stop with halftime. We'd be full-time, celebrating student athletes in everything they do. Okay, so don't think of us as a marching band. Think of us as a spirit squad. Well, just know we're always there for student athletes.
North Georgia makes a Wendy's call to the bullpen for Logan Burt. Sophomore from Las Vegas, or Dawsonville, as it's more formally known, just down the road. Prepped at Dawson County High School. 1-1 on the year in 12 appearances, 9.45 ERA. 13 1/3 innings of work, 14 runs, 11 strikeouts, 8 walks. And a pinch hitter for Francis Marion will be William Robbins. Sophomore from Rock Hill, South Carolina. First pitch strike from Logan Burt. Now 0-2. On Will Robbins. The pitch. Strike 3, and Logan Burt strikes out William Robbins. The side retired in the 8th. Head to the bottom half. Nighthawks trail by 5 on the Nighthawk Sports Network. The Back Porch Oyster Bar and Restaurant brings the oceans to the mountains of Dahlonega. Fresh seafood is flown in daily, allowing for new featured items each day. Monday through Friday offers a $10 lunch special, and every day of the week, a different dinner item is featured. Located at 19 North Chestatee Street, the Back Porch Oyster Bar is the only restaurant north of Atlanta to win the Wine Spectator Award of Excellence. Visit the Back Porch Oyster Bar in Dahlonega, open every day from 11:30 to 10 p.m. J.R. Kriders is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Baseball. J.R. Kriders sells Southern Tide, Peach State Pride, and many more apparel brands. They also sell men's and women's clothing, as well as Costa sunglasses and accessories. J.R. Kriders is also home to the Yeti Lounge, where you can sit back and relax with snacks and drinks inside the store. Visit J.R. Kriders just off the square in beautiful Dahlonega, Georgia, or on the web at jrkriders.com. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Francis Marion leading 6-1 here in the series finale on the Nighthawk Sports Network. We'll be back with you here Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Truett McConnell comes calling. In the final game of the 14-game homestand for the Nighthawks. Originally, it was just going to be a 12-game homestand. Or my mistake, an 8-game homestand. And then it would have been 12 of 14 at home. That's what I was thinking before the trip to Pensacola was canceled due to inclement weather. Coach Cantrell wanting to schedule a midweek game instead of West Florida. Got Toccoa Falls to come in for a single game. And so North Georgia extends an 8-game homestand to one that's 14 games long as Gearhart fouls one off down the third base line. Just foul. Casey Smith making sure that was well known. We'll travel to Montevallo next weekend for a crucial Peach Belt Conference series. We'll play their last road game at Southern Wesleyan 10 days from today. And then finish the regular season here at home against Emmanuel April 29th through May 1. The 0-2 pitch. Shot to second. Kennedy can't get his glove on it. It is a single as Gearhart leads things off with a single. Second time he's done that today.
Designated hitter number 13, Joshua Prophet.
Brings Josh Profit to the plate. See what Coach Cantrell draws up for this at bat. Will it be a bunt? The bat stays on the shoulder for the first pitch. 0-1.
I don't think you can sacrifice the out, Walker, being down by 5. If it were maybe a 3-run game or less, then maybe comes into question, but tough to give anything up when you're down by 5 with just 6 outs left.
Swung on and missed by Profit, 0-2. I agree with you on that, Chad. It was just a question of, do you just try and get some momentum going in an inning, move a runner over? That was the only thing that I was thinking that Coach Cantrell might have been thinking, but with the 6 outs left.
The answer to that question?
No.
You asked, I gave you the answer.
It's fair. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Grounded toward first. It gets through. Base hit. Gearhart going to round second and stay there, as the Nighthawks have got something cooking here. Runners on first and second and nobody out.
Catcher number 42, Sam Conovac.
You should update the bases on the score bug. Really been slacking off on that, Walker.
Of course I have. I'll take the heat for it. Nighthawks draw even in the hits column now, but that's not what matters. You're down 5 runs.
You should just yell at me. You had one job.
Well, you've actually got 2 jobs,
I
and
do.
one's a little more important than the bases.
It's a lot more important.
Tidevac stands in. A little bit of action now going out in the Francis Marion bullpen. The 1-0. Shot down the right field line. Casey Smith's got it and watches it go foul.
Would have been trouble if it were right on the line, but a good 8 to 10 feet off there.
Slight breeze out to right field. As Matt Kelly still working here in the 8th. Fouled off. First time that he's really been in any trouble since about the first inning. Ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. Shot toward right center. Is it going to get down? Yes, it will. Off the wall. Tideback going to stretch it to a double. Profit's going to have to stand on third. Nighthawks have got something cooking. 6-2 in the 8th. Now if you're Coach Art Inabinit, my mistake, Inabinit, got to start thinking. Nighthawks have started to make good contact on my starting pitcher. When do I go to the bullpen? The bullpen struggled this weekend.
Surprised, Walker, they don't at least pop out for a mound visit right here to try to put a little break on the Nighthawks' momentum.
First pitch low and inside. 1-0, and now they're going to get the mound visit. They're listening to our broadcast down in the dugout. That's got to be what it is.
That's probably what it is. That was pitch 120 right there for Kelly.
Runners on second and third with nobody out. And that mound visit was pretty quick. Did not take long at all to say what he needed to say.
Throw strikes. And throw them where they can't hit it, into the gap.
If only all mound visits were that quick. Because that's really all that needs to be said. But that pitch, right after the throw strikes speech, he didn't throw a strike, 2-0.
Yeah, you can use a sundial to measure some of Michael Holder's trips out to the mound.
Foul tip by Trevor Sams, 2-1. Coach Holder uses every single second.
He does.
And then a couple
and then
extra.
Some. Yeah.
Not to say that's a bad strategy, but it does have a lot of time. Sam's going to ground out to short. Another run scores, though. This Francis Marion lead cut to 3 as the Nighthawks get 2 runs back, both the runs from the 8th. So now 1 out and a runner on second. First pitch in there, called strike. Nighthawk fans didn't like the call there. That one caught the outside corner, 0-2. That one gets by Koch.
Pass ball.
It'll be a passed ball.
So I just told our audience, forgot my mic was up right there.
It's fine.
Direct to the people. Cut out the middleman.
Does that mean you don't need me anymore? Is that what I'm hearing?
At least to give scoring decisions.
The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Dropped third strike. The tag made there by Koch. What a play behind the plate.
Wow.
If he hadn't have made that tag, things get a little interesting there.
I don't know if Koch knew that he made the tag right there from his reaction.
So Connor Hoover will step in. First pitch misses inside, ball 1. And now the 1-0 pitch, outside 2-0. Now 3-0. If the Nighthawks can get home that runner from third here, make this a 2-run game, this is a much different game heading to the 9th. 2 runs a lot easier to get than 3. And Hoover draws a 4-pitch walk. Let's see what Francis Marion does now. Kelly with a lot of pitches on that arm today.
Yeah, starting to show some signs of fatigue, leaving some pitches up and way outside, and they're going to make the Windies call into the bullpen right now.
That they will, and we will take a break, figure out who the new Patriot pitcher will be, as the Nighthawks are rocking and rolling in the 8th. It's 6-3 here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
When something big comes along, we say it's the biggest thing since... And that's how we all felt about Wendy's 4 for $4.
A junior bacon cheeseburger, 4 nuggets, fries, and a Coke for just $4. Back to you, voiceover.
And now with the big choice of a JBC or the new crispy chicken BLT, it's like having the awesome choice between flying.
Bye, flying guy.
Or the power of invisibility. Dude. It's the biggest thing until. So choose wisely.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
Francis Marion makes a Wendy's call to the bullpen. Into pitch, number 29, John McGinty, the junior. from Grand Island, New York. And it looks like Coach Cantrell going to counter the pitching change with a pinch hitter in Taylor Jones. Taylor Jones hitting for Ryan Tomita. Hoover will be on first, Tiedeback on third. And Taylor Jones yesterday, Chad, 3 for 6 at the plate with 5 RBI.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
To say the least.
You know, Walker, the Seagulls poking my head.
The Nighthawks are rocking and rolling.
It's not fun. Not fun for the Patriots.
Not right now, anyway. They still do have a 6-3 lead.
Could change with one swing of the bat.
Here to play, pitch hitting for North Georgia, number 48, Taylor Jones.
Taylor Jones up to 15 RBI on the year after 5 yesterday. He's got 2 home runs, batting just below the Mendoza line at 194. But he's scored 11 runs this year, 5 doubles, and you have to think with a double, Connor Hoover with a good jump off the bat and with 2 outs, he could be coming home to score. Because he will be off with contact. The 0-1 pitch from McGinty in there, 0-2. First action of the weekend for McGinty. Here comes the 0-2, runner moving. Misses outside. Connor Hoover up to second on the play. Ball and 2 strikes, the pitch swung on and missed, and the side retired in the 8th. Nighthawks scored 2 in the inning, though, make things a little interesting. We head to the 9th. Nighthawks trail 6-3 on the Nighthawk Sports Network. The Back Porch Oyster Bar and Restaurant brings the oceans to the mountains of Dahlonega. Fresh seafood is flown in daily, allowing for new featured items each day. Monday through Friday offers a $10 lunch special, and every day of the week, a different dinner item is featured. Located at 19 North Chestatee Street, the Back Porch Oyster Bar is the only restaurant north of Atlanta to win the Wine Spectator Award of Excellence. Visit the Back Porch Oyster Bar in Dahlonega, open every day from 11:30 to 10 p.m. J.R. Kreider's is a proud sponsor of North Georgia baseball. J.R. Kreider sells Southern Tide, Peach State Pride, and many more apparel brands. They also sell men's and women's clothing, as well as Costa sunglasses and accessories. J.R. Kreider's is also home to the Yeti Lounge, where you can sit back and relax with snacks and drinks inside the store. Visit J.R. Kreider's just off the square in beautiful Dahlonega, Georgia, or on the web at jrkreiders.com. Taylor Jones going to stay in the game to play left field here in the 9th for the Nighthawks. Tomorrow in UNG Athletics, North Georgia softball will finish out the regular season with a 1 o'clock doubleheader against Montevallo. Chad, good opportunity to come have lunch at the Hill.
It is. Great opportunity to have lunch at the Hill. These games will not be on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Live stats will be available, though, for those that have to stay at work.
While we're on the subject, slight possibility, we'll probably know tomorrow, but slight possibility Tuesday night's Truett McConnell game might not be on NSN. Apologize in advance if that does happen.
First pitch to Brooke Kennedy. He offered a pitch there from Logan Burt on a bunt attempt. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball missed low, 1-1. Of course, softball getting ready to head to Milledgeville next weekend for Peach Belt Conference Tournament. Already
head down.
Regular season champs.
That's right. Go down to Milledgeville Thursday evening for the banquet. And then quarterfinal round on Friday, semis and championship on Sunday. If there's no rain. Last year ended up being a 3-day tournament. Yeah, Friday, Saturday.
Of course, all the coverage can be found ungathletics.com. As Kennedy draws a walk.
Shortstop number 10, Antonio Pino.
That
I
brings
missed
Pino.
a pitch. Had that as ball 3 in the scorebook. But
Pino will step in. First pitch from Burt to Pino. Squares to bunt. Burt fields. Checks second. Tosses to first. 4 out number 1. Sacrifice bunt again works for Francis Marion. I believe that's 5 on the day.
At least, yeah.
It's either 5 or 6. Brings J.D. Crow to the plate with 1 down as Francis Marion looked to get an insurance run, and Coach Holder going to come out and have a word with Logan Burt. Don't think this one's going to be a pitching change with the jogging that Holder did to get out there. And Casey Smith going to start his way out to the mound to try and break this up. And right as Casey Smith gets out there, Coach Holder breaks it up. Again, using every second of the mound visit.
he is a mound visit artist, Walker.
That he is. That he is indeed. First pitch is a strike to J.D. Crow. The 0-1 pitch. Couldn't hold back on the check swing. 0-2. Great breaking ball there from the sophomore from Dawsonville.
Looks sharp. See the softball team heading down to the hill to practice right now.
1 o'clock first pitch against Montevallo tomorrow down at Hill Stadium. The 0-2. Miss low and outside, 1-2.
Won the PBC crown, Walker, with a 14-inning victory on Thursday.
Oh, I remember it all too well. Crow was able to hold back that time, 2-2. Swept Augusta on Thursday, did the Nighthawk softball team, to first earn a share of the Peach Belt Conference regular season championship and then win it outright after the Game 2 14-inning thriller. Now count full on J.D. Crow. Are going to catch a Montevallo team in a reschedule after they were up in Florence, South Carolina yesterday, up in Pembroke today, and on their way back toward Montevallo, Alabama, going to stop in Dahlonega. Swung on and missed. 2 down in the inning.
And I believe those are the only 2 Peach Belt games tomorrow.
First baseman number 7, Randy Lowe.
I think the original schedule was supposed to end today for softball.
And that's why there's some extra time in between the tournament just in case a rain reschedule has to happen. North Georgia going to make a Wendy's call to the bullpen here for a new pitcher. Logan Burt does his job, gets 2 down in the inning. We'll take a break, introduce you to the new Nighthawk pitcher when we return here to Dahlonega on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
When something big comes along, we say it's the biggest thing since. And that's how we all felt about Wendy's 4 for $4.
A junior bacon cheeseburger, 4 nuggets, fries, and a Coke for just $4. Back to you, voiceover.
And now with the big choice of a JBC or the new crispy chicken BLT, it's like having the awesome choice between flying.
Bye, flying guy.
Or the power of invisibility.
Dude.
It's the biggest thing until. So choose wisely.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
North Georgia makes a Wendy's call to the bullpen into pitch. Josh Bryan, 1-1 on the year, 2.84 ERA. 19 innings of work. He's given up 10 runs, 15 strikeouts to 5 walks. As he'll try and keep this a 3-run game. Nighthawks due up in the bottom half of the ninth. Corbett, Delgado, Gearhart. As Josh Bryan finishes his warm-up pitches. It'll be Randy Lowe to step in. Senior from Social Circle, Georgia, prepped at Eastside High. One of just 2 Patriots from the state of Georgia on this team. The other, Matt Kelly, today's starter, from Hampton, Georgia. Prepped at Luella High. Luella High, my mistake. The 0-1 pitch. Low and outside. Same number of players from the state of Georgia as the number of players from Pennsylvania on this Patriots team. A ball and 2 strikes on Randy Lowe. He delivers. Swung on and missed, and the side retired. Nighthawks need 3 to extend this game, 4 to win it in the bottom of the ninth. We'll see if they can do it. Coming up next on the other side of this break on the Nighthawk Sports Network. To the bottom of the 9th inning we go. Nighthawks trailing by 3. A big final score out of Athens. Georgia wins a season series over number 2 South Carolina, winning yesterday big and today 5-3. So the Dogs with 2 big wins in SEC play over the nation's second best team. Nighthawks going to try and put together a 9th inning rally here. McGinty on the mound for Francis Marion. And Kevin Krupp will pinch hit for Corbett. Krupp 189 on the year, 10 RBI. He does have a triple this year. That came yesterday. First pitch strike on the outside corner. The 0-1. Miss low, 1-1. McGinty working out of the stretch, the 1-1. Swung on and missed, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch outside. That one got away from McGinty, 2-2. Krupp battled yesterday in an at-bat, 10-pitch at-bat. Ended up drawing a walk. Fouls that one off. He got down 0-2 in that count yesterday before battling all the way back to earn a walk. He's battling now. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, now count full. Wind blows just a little bit. The payoff pitch as Krupp draws a walk. Delgado will stand in now. Coach Cantrell claps his hands as Delgado will hit away. No special signs here. Gotta find base runners. First pitch. Misses high. Left-handed action out in the Francis Marion bullpen. The 1-0 pitch. Caught the inside corner, 1-1. McGinty sets at the shoulders and fires. Swung on and missed by Delgado. Koch blocks it up. It rolls out in front of the plate. 1-2. Gearhart on deck. The 1-2 pitch. Outside corner, strike 3. Delgado down on strikes. Brings Devin Gearhart up. First pitch misses low, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, low 2-0. And out to have a word, Logan Koch. Profit on deck. Should he be able to get an at-bat? Hawks looking to make a comeback here. 2-0 pitch. Missed inside, 3-0. The wind picks up out to right field, ever so slightly. 3-0 pitch. Caught the zone, 3-1. A must win for Francis Marion, an important one for North Georgia. Love to put yourself in a great position with a sweep of Francis Marion here. Now count full on Devin Gearhart. If Peach Belt Conference tournament were to have started prior to today's game, North Georgia would have been the 7 seed. Payoff pitch. Gearhart fouls it off. Time to battle, Devin. Here's the pitch. Misses high, gets to the backstop. 2 on and 1 out for Josh Profit. And there's going to be some kind of change made here. I think, as Coach Abbott went to talk to Casey Smith before going to the mound. And there will be a move to the bullpen as the tying run is at the plate. It will be Josh Profit to bat against the new Patriot pitcher when we return here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
When something big comes along, we say it's the biggest thing since. And that's how we all felt about Wendy's 4 for $4.
A junior bacon cheeseburger, 4 nuggets, fries, and a Coke for just $4. Back to you, voiceover.
And now with the big choice of a JBC or the new Crispy Chicken BLT, it's like having the awesome choice between flying.
Bye, flying guy.
Or the power of invisibility. Dude. It's the biggest thing until. So choose wisely.
Think of the NCAA as a spirit squad, cheering for student athletes at every big event and every small one. We'd be there in the classroom, at graduation, at their first job interview. Okay, so don't think of us as a spirit squad. Think of us as a mascot. Well, just know we're always there for student athletes.
Francis Marion making a Wendy's call to the bullpen for number 33, Daniel Barfield. This will be his 18th appearance. He's 0-1 with a save, 5.17 ERA. He's given up 21 runs, struck out 29, walked just 9. Here's the kicker, though. 5 doubles, 2 triples, 5 home runs given up by the senior out of Fort Mill, South Carolina. Batters .258 against him. And the heart of the Nighthawk lineup due up. working some matchups here, I believe. As Josh Profit, the lefty, will face a lefty here. And then there's a right-handed pitcher up in the Francis Marion bullpen, rather, starting to warm. First pitch, high, from Barfield to Profit. Tying run at the plate. This is a save situation for Barfield. Here's the pitch. Caught the inside corner, 1-1. Ball and a strike to the freshman Josh Profit. Barfield deals. That gets away from the catcher. Will be a wild pitch. Runners move up to second and third. And the Nighthawks have got some momentum now. Takes away the possibility of a double play or a routine double play. The 2-1 pitch. Taken toward left center. Is it going to get down? Sliding play made there by the left fielder, Klaus. Runner coming home. He's safe. So the Nighthawks have cut it to 2 with 2 outs for Sam Titeback. Great play out in left field by Casey Klaus. A ball that would normally get down. Klaus got a great jump on it, slid and made the play, and almost was able to get the throw home in time. So Titeback will stand in. Nighthawks down to their final out. First pitch, misses high, ball 1. Trevor Sams on deck. It's the part of the lineup you want up if you're a Nighthawk fan. 1-0. Now 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs and a runner on second. The pitch, foul tip. Now 2-1. Daniel Barfield on the mound. The 2-1 pitch. Missed high, 3-1. Three balls and a strike. The pitch. Outside, Titeback takes a walk. And that brings Trevor Sams to the plate. Coach Cantrell going to go with a pinch runner here for Sam Titeback, it looks like. It'll be Cal Dempsey. So Trevor Sams will stand in as the tying run stands on first. Titeback's day done. Coach Cantrell taking the risk here. putting speed on first with 1 out left in the game as the first pitch breaking ball's in there for a strike to Trevor Sams. Going to stick with Barfield here for the moment are the Patriots. Trevor's already hit 1 today. The 0-1 in the dirt. Koch snags it to keep it on first and second. Outfield playing nearly on the warning track in center and left. Wind picks up significantly out to center field. The 1-1. That's in the air. Shallow right field. The second baseman, Kennedy, back to get it. The right fielder, Crow, will snatch it, though, on the slide and grab, and the game is over. Nighthawks fall in Game 3, 6-4. We'll take a break. Be back with the Chick-fil-A postgame report right after this on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Follow your dreams. Gain an advantage. Choose the University of North Georgia. UNG offers a unique range of educational programs and services that cannot be matched. Academic prestige, dynamic friendships, and leadership development are all within your reach. Begin your journey today with UNG. At the University of North Georgia, you are the priority. Supported by a student-focused learning environment, UNG is an extraordinary combination of programs, people, and places spanning 4 campuses. Choose your pathway today and thrive.
Can you stop copying me?
Welcome back to Bob Stein Stadium for the Chick-fil-A postgame report. Chick-fil-A of Dahlonega is proud to sponsor the postgame report, located at 488 Morrison Moore Parkway. Open 6 a.m., 10 p.m. Stop by for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Always remember to eat more chicken. Winning pitcher is Matt Kelly, who went 7 2/3 innings of work, 3 runs, 8 hits. He struck out 12 today. The loss goes to Chris Cobb, who went 5 1/3. He gave up 3 runs, struck out 5, and walked 4 in his 5 1/3 innings. At the plate, North Georgia led by Devin Gearhart, 3 for 4 with a run scored. Trevor Sams, 1 for 5 with the home run in the 4th inning. Had 2 RBI on the day as well. The plate for Francis Marion, Brooks Kennedy led the way, 2 for 4, a run scored, 3 RBI, and also had a walk. Schuler Ward, 2 for 4, 2 RBI, a run scored as well. 6 runs off 7 hits for the Patriots, 4 runs off 8 hits for the Nighthawks. North Georgia leaves 9 on base. Francis Marion leaves 7 on base in the series finale. Nighthawks will fall to 24-17, back below 500 in the conference, 13-14 in PBC play. Francis Marion 23-19, 11-13 in the conference this year. Nighthawks back in action on Tuesday as they take on Truett McConnell here at Bobstein Stadium to finish out the homestand and then travel to Montevallo for the Peach Belt Conference regular season finale next weekend over in Alabama. For Chad Haney, I'm Walker McCreary signing off from Dahlonega. Again, your final score, Patriots 6, North Georgia 4, Nighthawk Sports Network.